I'm gonna give Wally a pass today. I'm actually gonna use him as an example of someone who does deserve donation money because he doesn't work. I don't think that he deserves government assistance, but he can ask for donations on YouTube because he is in a desperate situation. It's a comfortably desperate situation. Kind of like a limbo, a purgatory, an indeterminate crisis. A lady from Crisis. Oh, I gotta clip that and turn it into a soundboard. A nice lady from Crisis. You could tell the underlying anger in it, like the unhinged nature of him in certain moments. But he can ask for money, and that's okay. But something that I hate, and I'll be honest that I hate it, unlike people who pretend like they don't hate or smother you with positivity, almost like a feminist, is when people ask for donations when they don't really have a need for it. They're just kind of opening their pockets. And I know some people, some Logan Paul type people are going to say, "Oh, you're leaving money on the table, bro. What are you doing? I have no idea why you would not ask for money when so many suckers out there are going to give you money." And it's these manosphere people that I hear and I see posting on channels where they're anti-usury, channels that are going to pop off as big MGTOW channels like Hammerhand, Better Bachelor, to a certain extent, Samuels, and it's very, very frustrating because how they approach their content is so fake, so inauthentic. It's creating new programs and new shows just to facilitate more donations from men who are quite frankly suckers. And this is my overall thoughts. Just because you have information, just because we have information that's available online and this technology, like all of these elements and stuff of a stream, for example, we shouldn't feel like we have to believe in this information that we talk about. You kind of become a seedy salesman again. And the one reason why I became a part of the manosphere kind of organically was because I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to be a shameless self-promoter. I don't want to be a shill for any organization or use anybody as a means to an end. I just want to learn, and I want to be authentic and be myself. I want to grow. And the way that a lot of these people approach their content is just ridiculous, because they use what they see others use in order to get attention, and then where they take you after they get your attention is such an inauthentic place, and it's kind of hard to explain too. Like if you're trying to be helpful to men, taking their money is not the right way to go about it, And you also notice that when people are like this, a lot of times they'll use this atmosphere of men's awareness to be informational, and it's so cringe nowadays because a lot of us already know a lot. We stand on the shoulders of people who did a lot of legwork for the manosphere. So a lot of the stuff that's still being talked about now, primarily by the Black Manosphere and a lot of people who have these high tech setups and things like that, it's stuff that we've already talked about, and it's coming from a similar perspective. It's coming from that woke perspective of like positivity. And I think it's just people don't want to admit if somebody's screwed up, they're screwed up. They're gonna stay screwed up, and there's really no way that they can make content about being better, because they are who they are. And so that's what I'm talking about with this inauthenticity. Is just there's so many people now that just pour money into their channel or pour time into their channel to try to overcompensate, to show people that they're changing or that they're better, or they'll change their name, or they'll change tons of different things they'll come out with new shows and things like that. And you kind of just want to like grab these people and shake them out of whatever it is that they're doing, and just tell them to relax and live their life and just be happy. Because that at the end of the day, that's all that matters. That's all that really matters, is, are you okay with who you are? Do you feel good about who you are? And if you're constantly having to like screw up just because you're trying to maintain this image so that people can donate to you, you can't be a happy person. You can't convince others that your life you can't convince other people that it's a good life, basically, is my point. And a lot of people show that insecurity and that inauthenticity to this very day. And it's why we have the problems that exist in the manosphere.